Hey family, Cheese here. So today I'm gonna be making a makeup tutorial because if y'all didn't know, in 2020 I was eating the girls up on Instagram. You can follow my makeup and hair page on Instagram at sleek.s.shit. I really only post hair content now, but back in 2020, I was eating everybody up with them eyeshadow looks, okay? So today, I've recently got my full beat down to a T. Exhibit A, Exhibit B. So today, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I get the flawless beat down. First things first. To always get a perfect beat, you need a perfect primer. I use these two, the sheet, one of the two. The NYX Glue the Face. Girl, every time I wear this, I always get complimented, no matter what. Or the Super Grip. This is basically like the e.l.f. grip primer knockoff, but it's way cheaper. If you are on a budget, look at SheGlam. They eat down every time with their makeup products. So I've applied the primer, I've let it dry, and it makes your skin tacky. You can also do like a moisturizer underneath and everything like that. Next up is foundation, and y'all, I love me them kimchi foundations. Like, these are supposed to be my summer and winter shade. Shoddy, I need it darker, but because it runs a little orange, but it's okay. Well, isn't this cute? I keep my powder puffs and beauty blender in this bear. I used to keep mine in there, but I don't do that no more. Even though I look like it, I don't do it. So I apply it straight to my face. I do 3 pumps of each because I'm kind of right now in the middle-ish. Girl, I don't know. I need a new foundation color, but I know this kimchi just eats every time. Y'all, not my septum ball falling out. Girl. Okay, for the most part, I've blended it out with a beauty blender, but I do have my edges done. So I'm gonna take a smaller brush and just go around them. Okay, friends, foundation fully beat in. You can also go a little bit under the chin just to make it a little bit more flawless, because if you have a weaker jawline like I do, it's weird if it stops right here and you still see all of this. So now, usually next steps would be concealer, but for me, how I do my eyebrows, I would rather just conceal them all at once. So I've kind of like I've been liking the natural brow. So I take eyelash glue. You can take wax, whatever, and glue them down, honey. For a long time, I used to just hate on my eyebrows because I would be like, oh, they're so thin, like you can barely see them. I have to fill them in. Honey, if you look back on my old Instagram, I was a firm believer in the 2016 brow, okay? My brows were humongous. And my brows are naturally bigger, but they were a lot darker. And so now, yeah, I feel like I've grown. So I'm going to be taking a concealer brush. It's thinner and flatter. I take the Most Concealer by Kimchi. Kimchi base products, flawless. This is a very light concealer, and it is also very pigmented. Very full coverage, I would say. So I only put it on my inner corners. A pro tip, if you like to use a lighter concealer for the middle of your face, I would suggest getting a darker foundation, because if you put more concealer just to have this part lighter, then the contrast will be better. Now, that is not me telling you to go ham and go dark. AF, girl, do it within reason. Now I take a concealer that's more my shade and would be naturally the lighter parts of my face color, and I put it on the sides. I like these brush applicator concealers. This is Conceal It LA Colors. Girl, if you can't buy online from Shein because it's cheaper, I suggest you going to Dollar Tree and trying out their makeup if you are on a budget, because their makeup is cheaper and it's fine. Like these drugstore brands, if you go to CVS or Walgreens and you're looking for makeup, or Walmart, they're charging the same amount as higher brands. So I know a lot of people don't like Shein because they aren't a part of fast fashion, but fast fashion and affordable makeup are two different things. So I take the brush applicator and I generally apply it to where it should go.
So I take that flat concealer brush.
And I just kind of outline. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, not kind of. I just outline my eyebrow. Usually people do this before their foundation. I just literally forget every single time I do my makeup. Like, when I'm in the process of doing it, I'd be like, oh, I should do this before I do my base. And then, boom, I forget. But whatever. So even though I like my natural brows, I do like enhancements. I take an angled brow brush. I take the color that my brows are. Now, a lot of pigment got attached to right here, which, girl, it's a learning curve for everybody. I can blend it out a little bit and diffuse it with my beauty blender with excess product. And boom. Now I blend out my concealer. As you can see, it definitely lightens up the very inner part of my face. Now also, my eyelids are just naturally a little bit darker. So I kind of just stipple it to make it like a little shape. And I round it out a little bit. And then boom, girl, I got eyeshadow on. You can't tell me no different. Now, if I had the concealer for it, I would definitely be extending my lightening to right here. But I don't have enough. Now, another wonderful SheGlam product is their liquid contour and bronzer. I only have the bronzer because bronzer and contour are the same thing to me. Yeah, I said it because what's the difference? I thought bronzer was supposed to be more sparkly than contour. Girl, why is this literally just a regular freaking color? Hello. I like this applicator brush. It's very pigmented. It's very pigmented, okay? Don't let this tiny little bottle fool you. It's very pigmented. I take a wider brush, a wider powder brush, and I apply it right there. I literally do a dot. Because yesterday I messed up and did way more. I did 2 dots in a line. Girl, it was crazy looking. And look at that. And now you got depth to your face. And you can always add more, but you cannot take away. Girl, have you ever added too much? And then how are you gonna fix that? How are you gonna fix that? Either you have to put more foundation or concealer over it, which makes it cakey and has a chance of cracking, looking drier, or just redoing the whole thing. Nobody wants to do that. So with my face shape, I would look up videos on your face shape. I have more of like a circular, ovally face. So like it's circular, but it's a little squashed in. I wouldn't say it's oval because it's not long. But it's circular, a little bit more squashed in. It's not an egg, okay? So I like to add my contour to give my cheeks a little bit more curve, you know what I'm saying, from the front angle. Who else was on YouTube 2019 when everything was going down? Like, YouTube was basically just gaming and makeup at the time. All of that stuff happened between Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Tati, James Charles. Somebody got outed as being trans. Girl, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? First of all, why would somebody do that? Because she was on Nikki Tutorials. She was on YouTube for so long, and somebody outed her as being trans. And it was like, everybody kind of had like an underlying suspicion, but nobody ever was just like, we need to know. Who cares? That was messed up, and whoever did that deserves to be punished, actually. But so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna dab my brush in it. It's just a little bit smaller. It's kind of like the concealer brush I use, but a different brush. And I tap to blend it out this way, away from the center, because the center, we want it clear. We want it our skin tone. Have the illusion that that is the base. That's how wide our nose is. And I contour around the tip of my nose just to make it more buttony. I love the button look. And you can also contour your forehead, but because I have edges right now, that's where I would usually put the contour. So yeah, I'm not doing it today. I also think it's crazy how on TikTok face painting blew up for a little while. Everybody was just painting their face. Like, the makeup trends always are changing, and I love it. I definitely hopped on the trend. You can go see that on the Instagram page that I mentioned earlier, Sleek as Shit. I definitely did some looks. Now, if you went a little ham on the contour and it got too far over, you can also take your beauty blender with the extra product left in it and make it a little bit tighter. So this is how it's coming along. Now, next step I do is blush. I got this on SheGlam, obviously, and it's a two-part component. You have the liquid blush, and on this side you have the powder blush. I take a blush brush. It's smaller than the bronzer powder brush. I dip into it. Girl, again, it's pigmented. I'm gonna tap it in there. Tap it on my face. I like to go a little bit higher with my blush. Some people, they like to put it in the very front. Some people like to put it right here. Why? I don't know. That's where contour goes. But I like to take it from the very top apples of my cheeks and go up. But some people like to put it here. It depends how you like it. Y'all, I went on a campus tour last week. It was great. I knew I was already committed to going to the college I'm going to, but just seeing everything that they had to offer was amazing. However, I had to do a lot of walking and it was really freaking cold outside and I didn't bundle up enough. All right, y'all, so this is how we're looking. I also like to add a little color to my nose. Look at that. Is that not so cute? Some people also add it to their chin. I'm not that blush blind. Now, family, we're about to start setting our face. One crucial part of setting your face is to make sure that you are not setting any lines in your foundation. If you look underneath my eye, I have a line from just like talking and being expressive with my eyes. And I don't want to set that into my makeup. So before I set my face, I will stretch out my face. Now, again, to set my face, I'm going to be going in with SheGlam. This powder, this pressed powder, loose powder duo, slay. I also didn't know that they had, I didn't know they had colored loose powder and colorless pressed powder on the website. I stupidly ordered the colorless in both, but I will be going back on there and ordering the other one. Now, since I don't have the colored one, to bake my under eye and right here, I will be using this Banana Dreams loose powder because it's colored. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, so I won't be telling you where I got it. Now, what you do not do when doing your foundation is use only one beauty blender. You should use a beauty blender and a powder puff for powder, or two beauty blenders, one for liquid and one for powder. Because when you use only one beauty blender, it gets caked on there because you're getting it wet, you're setting it. You're getting it wet, you're setting it. And then it looks like an old man, and that's not what we want. I will be taking my powder puff, dipping it in the lid. Again, making sure I don't set lines in my makeup. So how I do it, I just press it in. Some people swipe, but I feel like that drags your makeup. So to avoid that, I pat. And since this is colored, I outline my contour to again keep the illusion that my nose is just this big. I'm also gonna bake the other parts of my face that I want to be lighter. Now, I'm not a girly who likes harsh contour, but you can definitely bake under here just to make it a more straight edge. But again, that's not my preference. Now I take this same powder puff. You can take another one if you're scared of transferring colors or whatever, but I'm not. Also, Look at how big that mirror is. Yes, you're stacked up on lashes right now, by the way. But look how big that mirror is. Like, it's just, Shein does not play about their packaging. All of their packaging is very heavy. It just feels luxury. And I'm going to set some of the places where I just want to make sure it doesn't budge. I'm just gonna press that in. When I do this step, I feel like I'm an older Hollywood woman in her dressing room getting ready. Like, this is why I girl. This is why I do what I do. So now, look how cute this brush is. I got it at Dollar Tree. Don't sleep on her. So I'm gonna take this bigger powder brush. This is huge compared to this one. A lot bigger. And I'm just gonna swipe it all away. You can also just press in your bake. I've seen a lot of women do that. Press in the bake, but I'm not doing that. So now, even though my whole face is set, I am going to add a little bit more color back. I'm going to use the powder version of my blush. Again, it's pigmented. Tap it off if you have a little too much. And just add that color right back into your face. So there you go, I added the color back in. I'm also going to add the color back into my bronzer / contour. I'm going to take my Kimchi bronzer. I was so sad because, girl, I broke it and I had to repress it. I ain't spend money on it for no reason, okay? It's broken, but it's not unusable, okay? Again, it's pigmented. Knock it off. But I didn't knock it off enough. Knock it off. Okay, next step. Highlight. Y'all, my mom had this when I was a kid and she passed it down to me. Okay, is it healthy to keep makeup that long? Absolutely not. She's still full though, so we're still using her, okay? glittereyes.co.uk, you did your thing with this palette. This has literally been passed down generations, even if it's just one. I'm going to take a fluffier eyeshadow brush, but it's dense. I'm gonna go in with a color that I like. There's this rainbow one, but it has a pink stripe, and I only like the pink stripe, so I use only the pink stripe. If you want your highlighter to be more pigmented, you could spray some setting spray on it, right? Or you could just lick it. Like I said. Like, it just looks wet now. Like, take the brush. Hello? This is what it looks like if you use setting spray. Yeah. Y'all be careful, because since it's wet, it's going to attach to that makeup. Y'all, I put it a little bit too forward on this side because as you can see, the downsides of colored highlighter is it's colored. Now when I wipe up my lips, I'm not really feeling to have any color today because I am going to work. So we're just gonna do some lip gloss. Girl, just go to the stove. Go to the hair stove. You're gonna find 999 different versions of the lip gloss you want. Or you can order on Shein. I'm Shein's hype man. I don't care. I'm now going to do my eyes. I'm gonna take this Big Papa mascara from Wet n Wild. As you can tell, she's loved. Where's the logo wing? Yo, I need tips on how to not be so cunt. Okay. Now, how I apply lashes is I take a brush applicator and I brush it straight onto where the lashes are going to be placed. You have no room for error. Zero room for error. People will be like, oh, just pull your eye and then set it in there and then boom. Girl, what if you have makeup on? That's only if you only do lashes. Because if you pull your eye, you're just gonna mess up the makeup you have. Now, people ask where I get my lashes. Dollar Tree. Ioni lashes are the best lashes. Go to Dollar Tree. You do not need those P. Louise ugly looking lashes. I don't think they're even cute. I actually think they just give kiss lashes. If you want real fluffy lashes, different variety for any occasion, any body, go to Dollar Tree. Ioni lashes are where it is. Do y'all see how different I look? Like, these lashes are just gonna do it for me every time. Also, my phone just died, right? And it didn't show that it saved the video. Girl, I was recording for 50 minutes. I was about to be so mad. I was about to give up and everything. I was like, oh, heck no, it did not just do that to me. But it saved the video. So how I put it on, I put on the inner corner and I use tweezers to just press it into the places that I want it to be in. Now, final step, setting spray. I use the Morphe Continuous Jumbo setting spray. I also use Glue the Face. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, this primer setting spray duo is top tier. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, that's why my base be looking so good for real. So I'm gonna do both because I be paranoid. I work around grease. It could rub off at any moment. Shake it up. It's foamy. You did good. Because it settles in the bottom. And that's what makes it stick, girl. That's what makes it stick. You go. I spray down, I spray across at an up angle like this because I want to get under here. Also, if you spray too much, I learned the hard way. If you spray too much, it will melt off your makeup. Your makeup will literally drip off of your face. So if you want to do a lot, do it in segments. I make sure to get it at every angle, okay? Y'all, since they're gonna get me hype. Now, I'm going with the other setting spray. Just to finish it off, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna let that dry. Let it dry, let it dry. Let it shrivel up and dry. Alrighty guys, this is the finished look. Fully set. I hope this was educational, this was helpful. This is for all the girlies who either know how to do makeup and they're trying to find their perfect routine. This is my perfect routine. Just spreading the knowledge, spreading the love. Please give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell, because girly, I'm inconsistent, so you gonna want to know. You gonna want to know, because then you're gonna come back in 3 months and look, I done posted one video and you didn't know. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.